Black women, are you okay? Seriously, are you okay? How's everybody doing? And welcome back to another mediumman video of me protecting the black male ethic image from false narratives spread by the women in our own community. And this time, it's black men in nursing homes. In February of 2023, I debunked a black woman's claim of saying that there's more black men in nursing homes than women.
Why are men like the number one entity in nursing homes if they know how to vet their partner? You know what I mean? And they know, I'm just trying to find the correlation between the statistics, because I'm not going based off the men I know. Yeah, like black men and men in general are like in nursing homes, lonely at the end of their life because of that vetting. This is statistics. The reason why I threw that statistic out there is because they're saying that men are, as a general, not just black, white, no matter the race, they are ending up in nursing homes because they don't have a partner.
A year later, there was another video saying that black men are suffering the most in nursing homes.
The nurses will tell you that the people who die alone are men.
I don't care what anybody has to say about what I'm about to say, because in my almost 20 years as a nurse, the most bitter, angry, nasty, rude patients are middle-aged to old black men that have never been married.
Which I quickly debunked as well. Fast forward to present day, there's another black woman parroting the same thing based off of her own anecdotal experience. That specifically, black men in nursing homes are trying to reach out to anyone they can because they were players and did a lot of women wrong in the past. So now they are lonely and dying alone with no family to take care of them.
I've seen it. I had to read your comment twice because I have seen that. I have seen men in nursing homes attempt to reach out to everyone they have ever been with or that they can get in contact with in hopes to spark up a conversation that will lead to them one day moving in with that woman and having that woman take care of them because they have nowhere to go, they have no family, they have no friends, and their kids don't fuck with them.
Ironically, this is the same black nurse that listened to a Dominican man's false statistics about the passport bros, in particular black men, contracting HIV in the Dominican Republic. And somehow she linked that to black men specifically. I don't think this is a coincidence at all. First, let's start by addressing this question. Are there more men or women in nursing homes? An article published in 2022 and according to the Centers for Disease Control, National Center for Health Statistics, post-acute and long-term care providers and service users in the United States, 2017 to 2018. The United States contains about 15,600 nursing homes with over 1.7 million total licensed beds. 63% of nursing home residents are female, while 36.7% are male. And I know you guys are probably saying, okay, so there's more women, but the majority of the 36.7% could be black men, right? According to the same study, 73.9% of residents are non-Hispanic white, 14.9% are non-Hispanic black, 5.7% are Hispanic, and 5.5% are other. So let's recap. If there's more women in nursing homes and black people only represent 14.9% of the nursing home population, why would this nurse purposely seek out the small percentage of black men who are supposedly lonely and dying alone with no statistical backing? Interesting. And just in case you're thinking, that's only one study, let me help you out. A Place for Mom, an establishment that helps simplify the process of finding senior living and home care for your loved ones at no cost, mind you, reported the same study. A Place for Mom also reported on the marital status and placement predictions of men and women in nursing homes. And this is what they found. Of seniors aged 65 and over, 70% of men are married compared to just 48% of women. The most up-to-date research indicates that nearly 70% of female nursing home residents are either widowed, divorced, or never married. Continuously married adults, that is, those who have never been divorced, are least likely to require nursing home care. This could be because they may be able to count on each other for support and shared caregiving. Seniors who are married with adult children are 50% less likely to enter a nursing home than those who are divorced or live alone. Having adult children is shown to reduce nursing home admittance of both men and women. While adult daughters are more likely than adult sons to serve in a caretaker role to a parent, men tend to be more willing to care for their aging fathers, while daughters often care for their elderly mothers. There are more married men in nursing homes than women, which debunks the narrative that men are lonely and dying alone. The Willow Healthcare Center referenced multiple studies from 2020 and 2024 that, and I quote, a significant gender disparity exists within this demographic, where 73% of nursing home residents are female. This trend reflects broader societal patterns of life expectancy, as women tend to live longer than men. The gender ratio becomes even more pronounced in older age brackets. Among those aged 85 and over, the ratio is about 425 women for every 100 men, signifying the disproportionate number of elderly women requiring nursing home care. But mediumman, all those statistics saying that there's far more women in nursing homes and only about 14.9% of Black people are in nursing homes, still doesn't address why this nurse said that Black men in nursing homes are the most miserable. In 2022, the Oxford academic published a study titled "Why Men Fare Worse," a mixed method study examining gender differences in nursing home resident quality of life. And they found that men reported lower overall quality of life than women, including significantly lower ratings in several quality of life domains. In interviews, men noted being less satisfied with activities than women, having fewer friends, and being less able to rely on family for support. Some women described the nursing home as a place of respite. Men often describe being dissatisfied with life in nursing homes and undesirable for long-term health living. Their observations were consistent with interview findings, but provide additional nuances, such as that some men organize their own social groups. The nuances and groups that they're referring to are who? You guessed it, Black men. Although men tended to be less engaged in facility activities than women overall, we found some differences in men's activities based on race/ethnicity. Black, Indigenous, and people of color men describe participating in group activities more frequently than white men, particularly games, crafts, and religious services, and especially African American men. BIPOC men also frequently describe organizing their own social activities, including the game groups described above. End quote. The study went on to show that numerous men describe having little family connection or support. However, BIPOC men describe relying on family members more frequently than white men, with several providing rich descriptions of the gifts, i.e. cell phones, and visits with their families provided. Also, and this should help ease the minds of both Black men and women who have family members living in nursing homes, the study revealed that unlike men, most women provided positive descriptions of life in nursing homes, with many enthusiastically detailing the activities they enjoyed and similarly describing close friends. Numerous women described nursing homes as a welcome reprieve from household and family caregiving responsibilities, a finding that arose primarily in interviews with BIPOC women, particularly African American women. So to summarize, the observation found that BIPOC men were more likely than white men to engage in group activities, which could suggest different societal norms and expectations related to the social engagement. Other research found that African American older adults are more likely to describe caregiving as a family expectation, and white older adults more likely to describe it as a burden. BIPOC men also describe relying on family more readily than white men, while BIPOC women were more likely than white women to describe the nursing home as a reprieve from family and caregiving responsibilities, which highlights the importance of examining how gender and race intersect to influence older adults' experiences with long-term care and identity to reduce long-standing gender and racial disparities. And also a fun fact for the Black community, future research work could explore the possible racial and ethnic differences in residents' activity preferences and social engagement, developing a blueprint on how to make activities and other interactions more accessible and enjoyable for all residents. To translate, Black men and women could potentially be responsible for how nursing homes are more enjoyable for all races. Now, this is my third time addressing this Black men nursing homes lie, and what bothers me is that this is a nurse who obviously has a level of disdain for Black men, and she could potentially be caring for the same men that she hates, which is more concerning than anything. Lastly, if you're a Black woman that believes this foolery, even after this video, you should be ashamed of yourselves, especially since you guys are supposed to be the most educated group in America. What most educated group would ever believe a woman who presented no statistics on the topic and is simply using her platform to make up stories about your male counterparts? Crazy, right? Over the 4 years that I've been on YouTube, I've addressed many lies about Black men, and I've only come to one conclusion. Black women like this Black nurse because you guys are like that Black nurse, and that bothers me.